In this podcast episode, Ben Shapiro delves into the devastating wildfires currently ravaging the Los Angeles area. He provides a comprehensive analysis of the factors contributing to the severity of these fires, highlighting mismanagement at various levels of government, environmental policies, and the impact of climate conditions. Shapiro begins by detailing the alarming situation in Los Angeles, where multiple wildfires have erupted, leading to evacuations in heavily populated neighborhoods like Hollywood. The fires have resulted in fatalities, extensive property damage, and widespread power outages. He notes that the region's firefighting resources are stretched thin, with high winds exacerbating the situation. The Santa Ana winds, known for their dry and warm characteristics, have been particularly destructive, pushing embers across vast areas and igniting new fires. The podcast features harrowing footage of the destruction, including aerial views of the Pacific Palisades, an upscale area that has seen significant damage. Shapiro emphasizes the chaos on the ground, where residents are left to fend for themselves as firefighting efforts struggle to keep pace with the rapidly spreading flames. A significant portion of Shapiro's commentary focuses on the mismanagement of California's firefighting resources. He criticizes local officials, including Los Angeles Mayor Karen Bass, for cutting the fire department's budget by millions of dollars just before the fires broke out. Shapiro argues that this decision reflects a broader trend of prioritizing other initiatives, such as addressing homelessness, over essential public safety measures. He points out that the Los Angeles Fire Department has faced operational challenges due to these budget cuts, which have limited their ability to respond effectively to large-scale emergencies. Shapiro also highlights the lack of preparation and infrastructure investment, noting that the state's firefighting capabilities have been compromised by years of neglect and poor policy decisions. Shapiro discusses the environmental policies that have contributed to the current crisis, particularly the restrictions on land management practices that could mitigate wildfire risks. He criticizes the state's failure to implement controlled burns and clear brush, which are essential for reducing fuel loads in fire-prone areas. The podcast references past statements from former President Donald Trump, who has criticized California's water management practices and the environmental regulations that hinder effective wildfire prevention. The host also addresses the aging infrastructure in Los Angeles, including outdated water supply systems that have left firefighters without adequate resources during emergencies. He points out that empty fire hydrants during critical moments illustrate the systemic issues plaguing the city's emergency response capabilities. Throughout the episode, Shapiro emphasizes the need for accountability among political leaders. He questions the competence of Governor Gavin Newsom and Mayor Bass, particularly in light of their decisions to cut funding for firefighting efforts. Shapiro argues that these leaders have failed to take responsibility for their actions, instead deflecting blame onto external factors such as climate change. The podcast features commentary on the political landscape in California, with Shapiro noting that the state's Democratic leadership has consistently prioritized progressive agendas over practical governance. He suggests that this misalignment of priorities has contributed to the state's inability to effectively manage its wildfire risks.